This is part two of my deep dive that it started with Blade. It started with Blade and maybe like before that. I don't know. I don't know. For sure there was something iffy on Blade. Let's get into it. This is a Conan O'Brien interview from 2004.
In the new movie Blade Trinity.
How do you bankroll this operation? I date a lot of older men.
Come on, man, I'm joking. You met Dex. This is Hedges. Summerfield, she's the one who built that new serum inhaler of yours.
Did you hear that? What he said? How did you bankroll this operation? And he goes like, I date a lot of older men. What a joke.
Daughter, Zoe. We call ourselves the Night Stalkers.
Sounds like rejects from a Saturday morning cartoon.
We were gonna go with the Care Bears, but that was taken. Please welcome Ryan Reynolds.
Sorry about that. It's too loud. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but I can't even see his face anymore. Ah!
Thanks for being on the show. I gotta say, watching and I see these Blade movies, Wesley Snipes just comes across as, he's not a bowl full of laughs in these movies, and he's in the character.
He's in character the whole time. He doesn't really break.
Wesley stays in character of Blade.
From the day you start, he's absolutely Blade. He's a hard ass. And you know, I don't think he liked me very much.
Really? Well, you're a joker. You're a very funny guy, but you like to cut up.
A little fun.
Sure. Well, we were doing that around Wesley, trying to loosen him up a bit.
I tried, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's the guy was born to play this role. He's a legendary character, and
Right.
He takes it very seriously. So, I mean, it's not like we walked on the stage each day with our, pinkies interlocked.
Yeah.
So you don't ask him, like, what he thought of last week's episode of Touched by an Angel.
Right.
He's not a friendly, cuddly guy like that. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So what was did you ever make an attempt to say, like, small talk with Wesley Snipes on the set?
Once in a while, but that's like you also don't want to respect his process, and you don't want to take him out of the character. But I did ask him how his weekend was once, and he said something very sweet. He said, "Save your breath, you'll live longer." and I don't look at that as a snub. I just think that's tough love.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of Hallmark cards he sends to people.
I don't know.
You will
Lucky
die
ones.
soon. Merry
Yes.
Christmas.
And miserable.
Wow.
Yeah. I saw this today. Just insanity.
Oh,
this
God.
is the cover of Men's Health. I never look at this magazine. I'm not a healthy person.
Oh, no.
But look at the shape. Look at the shape this guy got into, ladies and gentlemen, to prepare for this role. Is this?
You know what?
That's guys wooing. Is this your head pasted onto somebody else's body? Because
What people don't know is that when I exhale, I actually turn into Tom Arnold.
right.
So in that picture, it's
What is it? I mean, I don't want to freak anybody out. My body looks nothing like that. I don't think I'm the same species as this.
To do this movie, this was part of the requirement. It was 7 months of eating, whole chickens and horses and children all the time, and lifting as much
I've heard of
weight
that
as
diet.
Yes,
Yeah, it's very controversial.
Wow.
Okay, but this is the difference between.
The way that hits even worse after reading so much of the Epstein files. The way that hurt, that just like does not sit well with me. That's not the first time. There's been several times where he said that jokingly. Like there was another interview for sure whenever like he was talking about the proposal and talk about something similar with Sandra Bullock. I can't remember exactly what it was because it's been a while, but I'll look into it. So in the last video we were reading this interview on one guy's opinion about like how David and Ryan met and everything, right? Goyer seems like he was really into DC Comics and Marvel Comics and all that stuff. I went to eatjunkieblog.com and look at what I found. The lore about Deadpool. I was like, well, how did even Deadpool like come about? And it looks like it says he has a mysterious past, but what's clear is that he was a lab experiment. Just like Wolverine, he has a regenerative healing factor which prevents him from sustaining injuries. A film based on Deadpool had been in development since 2000. The year the first X-Men film was released. Film director David S. Goyer and Ryan Reynolds had been working on adapting the comic for New Line Cinema after finishing work on Blade Trinity. Although, due to Fox owning the film rights to all the X-Men characters, the film did not go forward. New Line Cinema, the ones that were advocating for Goyer to direct the movie and Blade, although he had only done Zigzag before and that was it, like they preferred Goyer over Guillermo del Toro. And it just so happens that they had lined up working on Deadpool right after. Blake, meet Colleen Hoover. Maybe David is not the writer of the books themselves, but he is the screenplay writer. He's the one that adapts everything so beautifully. Sadly, talented people that do bad stuff, in my opinion, allegedly. Christy Hall, you know what I mean? This is how I think Christy Hall got her airs of directing. Because all of a sudden she came out of left field going like, yeah, I want to direct too. And same MO. Had directed one thing. As a matter of fact, she had directed nothing, I think, before It Ends With Us. Like at the same time she was directing something. Or right after, I can't remember. But she only had like one thing. Like there was no experience. Just like David. The exact thing. Ryan Reynolds had shown interest in playing Deadpool ever since learning that the character referred to himself in the comics as Ryan Reynolds crossed with a Shar-Pei. Clearly, this was destiny. Let me guess. David Goyer shared this tidbit of lore to him. And that kind of sparked the thing. Is that what happened? I don't know, but it sounds like it to me. Ryan Reynolds heard it. From whom? From who? After finding out Deadpool would be included in X-Men Origins Wolverine, Reynolds starred as the character in that film and pursued a Deadpool film further, going through several directors before landing on visual effects animator and Blur Studio co-founder Tim Miller. Blur Studio had provided VFX for several movies and video games, but Miller's experience creating short films was what led to him being chosen to direct Deadpool in 2011, despite having no feature film experience. Okay, so the key to the MO is to find you a Reed Morano, a David Goyer, a Tim Miller. People that have recognizable names in the industry, but they don't have experience doing films like feature films. This is their first or second gig. And that's why like they can mold the directors and do whatever they please. You know, David Goyer gave him so much screen time to Ryan Reynolds, so much screen time, all these ad-libs. There was no script. He just like said things because the improv, you know, it was a thing. Reed Morano collaborated so closely with Blake Lively. And that's just the MO whenever they're trying to take over franchises, in my opinion, allegedly. Because it's not like Blake did that with Woody Allen. And it doesn't seem like Ryan did that with other directors. It's just certain, like whenever they see, like, they smell the blood and they go after it like sharks, in my opinion, allegedly. Follow for part 3.